Kris Krohn here with Limitless Wealth TV, bringing you 3 more habits for how to become ultra successful in life. Not just ultra successful, supernaturally successful. Okay, so today I got 3 more life hacks for producing supernatural results. I ultimately am writing a book coming up on 27 habits that lead to taking your natural abilities and producing supernatural results. And today I want to share 3 more of the habits that have been life-changing for me. 3 habits that have helped me step into my potential and really magnify my results. At the end of the day, we're all trying to figure out how to live at our potential, get more out of life, see our desires manifested and come to light. And there are specific habits that absolutely unlock that ability. And I want to share 3 of them with you today. So here's the first one. Live by intuition. Now, what I mean by live by intuition is that I'm constantly questioning what is my highest and best use of this moment. It's a question that I live with. What's the highest and best use of this moment? It's this opportunity cost thinking of how do I live life to the fullest and how do I do it right here in this moment? Most of us as human beings, we get stuck in patterns. And the danger of a pattern is that if it's a good pattern, it can produce good results. But a lot of our patterns are ineffective. A lot of them stem from our limiting beliefs that we got from childhood, ideas that say, I can't, I'm not good enough, I'm too young, I'm too old, it's too hard. And the problem with that thinking is that it locks us into a pattern where we're capable of more, but we can't even perceive it. Why? Because we're just living according to patterns, like we're robots. It's like we're not even alive. I'm talking about waking up and becoming aware and conscious of everything that life has to offer you and offer me. And the only way I know how to do that is to live by intuition. So that's something very specific for me. It means that I'm constantly inquiring and questioning past patterns. So what I'd normally do right now is go to lunch, I'm gonna open my fridge and I'm gonna pull some food out of it. Well, if the food is unhealthy, what will happen to me over the years? I'll get fat. So I should question it. Does this serve my body? Is this what my body needs? Does this possess the nutrients and the calories? Or I might have a pattern for being a very unproductive or lackadaisical or lazy person. Well, what will that mean year after year after year? It means that I'm going to let a lot of my dreams eventually go to my grave and they'll never see the light of day. Instead, living grounded means that I can ask. And I believe that you and I have the ability to ground and access this intuition and ask questions and get immediate responses. So this question that I've given you is one of my most powerful. Take a deep breath, get grounded, get neutral, and just ask, what is the highest and best use of this moment? Think about the functions you attend that don't serve you. Think about the things that you should attend that you're not even aware of. The reality is, unless we ask, we cannot receive. Asking and receiving is what the whole game of intuition is all about. If you want to fulfill a deeper mission, if you want to fulfill a deeper purpose, it really comes down to being in tune with your natural intuition. And you and I, we have access to information beyond our own ability, but only if we ask, receive, and then act on it. Okay, number 2, this is an important life hack. It's all about negative management. If you understood the power of a single negative thought, you would do everything in your power never to have one again. It is incredible how destructive they are on our results. And you and I, most human beings, we tolerate a fair amount of positivity and a fair amount of negativity. And every one of us has the positive and negative in our life. But I'm telling you right now that you can wake up and be at choice whether that needs to be that way. I get it. Circumstance will happen, people will happen, undesirable things will happen. But that doesn't mean that you have to experience negativity. It doesn't mean that you have to be subject to it, and it doesn't mean that you have to tolerate it. I've got a no tolerance zone for negativity, which means that when negative enters my life, I don't like it, and I don't have to live with it. It does take discipline to learn how to cast it out, to choose to be positive when the emotions are negative. Emotions don't happen to you. Emotions are a choice, and they're clues about your belief system. Every time you experience something negative, it's an indication that you're creating space for it or that you have a limiting belief that is subscribed to it and that is okay with it and has a degree of tolerance for it. We surround ourselves with people likewise that tolerate our inadequacies. This negative management is to become first aware of the negativity and then to exile it from our lives, to actually take a take an exodus outside of the land of negativity and to put yourself by choice into the land of positivity. That's really all it is at the end of the day. Positivity is a choice. It's not some people are optimistic and some are negative, or some are skeptical, or some are realists. We're whoever we choose to be. I don't like how I feel when I'm negative, and I'm guessing you don't either. So by the way, cast it out. Stop living with it. How do you do that? Just by choice. The only reason why you're in the negativity and tolerating it is by choice. And the reason why you feel positive when you do is by choice. And sometimes it's easier and harder than others, but you are always, always at choice. Here's my third hack for the day. Train your brain to focus on what you want, and only what you want. I'm talking about becoming absolutely obsessed with your desire. What do I really mean by this? The reason why we often don't get what we want in life is because mentally we're not managing what we desire. We're managing what we want, and too often what we want is what we don't want. For example, oh, I don't want bills. That's a want. Oh, I hate it when we fight. That's also a want. I don't like it when you talk back to me. That's also a want. In that moment, I'm actually focusing on what I do not want, which, by the way, does what? It's an investment. It's like taking a seed and planting water and sunshine on it, saying, I want more of what I don't want. Focusing, complaining on what you don't want is a want. Invest in what you want only, which means you got to start by actually figuring out, what do you want? What do you want? What do you want in your health? What do you want in your relationships? What do you want financially? What do you want in your confidence? If you're really clear, and by clarity, I mean take pen and paper and write out exactly, what do I want for my health? What do I want for my wealth? What do I want for my connections? What do I want for my personal power? When you have decided what you want for all of your life, if you then develop the discipline to only focus on that, you will get more of it. Whatever you focus on, you bring about. Whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on expands. It's the math of the universe. So use it towards your advantage instead of using it towards your disadvantage. We sabotage our lives too often by actually focusing on what we don't want. Think about the last thing that you complained about. Think about the last time you felt negative. In that moment, you are investing in what you didn't want. So if you want your results to change, if you want to develop a supernatural ability to produce, like King Midas, to touch everything that you want and turn it into gold, you have to learn how to train your brain to focus on what you want. This is your life. Take the bull by the horns and become as successful as possible by developing the discipline to take today's 3 habits and to put them into use in your life. Thank you so much for joining today, and looking forward to seeing you next time. Remember to subscribe, ring the bell, and I'll keep notifying you of our next videos.